We're Trent Allie, and after painstaking work on drywall,
we have the inspector coming today.
We were pretty confident that everything would be fine.
Hopefully he'll come in and say you have way too many screws. Proceed, you can tape in mud.
But unfortunately,
got a problem.
Uh-oh.
We've also been planning a crazy escape. Trent wants to get stuck in the middle of nowhere. And we're trying to look on the bright side. No trespassing. Violators will be shot. So come along today, because it might not always be perfect.
Okay.
But the journey is always what you make of it. Adventure starts now.
What's up, guys, and welcome back. It is a awesome morning today. We are just getting ready to get started. I was doing a little bit of research and reading over some pamphlets from the metal roof company that we started installing in the last video, and I've been doing some stuff wrong, and it's not good, but I think we can salvage it. It just, I have some exposed fasteners on the eave, the fascia piece, that aren't supposed to be there. They're supposed to be behind with a different piece of metal kind of holding them together. And I don't think they sent me that other piece of metal. So I don't know if I blame myself or if I blame the company that distributed the metal roofing to me. But either way, we're going to have some shiny screws out there that are not supposed to be there. So that's great. But also today is really exciting because we have the inspector coming today. We don't know when he's going to be here. He could show up in 5 minutes. He could show up in 5 hours. Who knows, but we're gonna get out there and try to meet the inspector and be ready for him when he shows up and try to get the metal roof finished off of the sunroom. Got our work cut out for us today. Let's get started. Got a lot of stuff packed up here, all ready to go. That is stuff that is actually going on our little excursion with us, which we're really excited about. And it's not that bad. I thought it was gonna be cold, so I put my hoodie on, but it's not that bad. It does say it's gonna rain today and tomorrow, so I'm just hoping we get as much of this roof done as possible before it actually rains today.
Oh, hello!
What's up?
Howdy.
Well, we're trying to get this place a little bit organized and cleaned up so when the inspector shows up, he's not like, I'm not going inside that pigsty.
Yeah.
And hopefully he'll come in and say you have way too many screws. Proceed, you can tape in mud. And that'll be all she wrote as far as the inspection goes. And then we can get up and start finishing the roof. But also they didn't tell us what time the inspection was gonna be, so it could be this afternoon. We don't really know. It's great. All right, well, I just called Steve, the guy at the building supply company that helped us get the metal roof package. And I was like, hey, I think there's this extra piece, this extra cleat that I need that goes underneath the drip edge and underneath the eave trims to hold it to the roof so that the screws aren't exposed. And he was like, I'm not sure, so let me call like the people that manufacture the roof and talk to them, and either I'll call you back or I'll have their sales rep call you back, because maybe it's like he knows that I don't know what I'm doing. And so he was like, maybe there's like an installation issue, or maybe you need to talk to him and you know, see how it needs to be installed. I just am like almost 100% sure that we're missing pieces, because there's not supposed to be any exposed screws, and that drip edge cannot be mounted without having exposed screws. So hopefully they call us back soon and let us know. In the meantime, we're gonna go in and finish mounting all of the tile backer with the screws that Allie picked up yesterday, and then we are going to wait for the inspector. And look at this little cutie up here. What are you doing up there?
I guess the bigger news for today is that we're leaving.
Not until tomorrow, though.
Not until tomorrow. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this is not the van, and I don't know how I feel about it yet. Trent is really excited to do some overlanding. It's a little more rugged. It's a little more off the beaten track. And I think it's gonna be fun, but I think it's gonna be a huge adjustment, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been pretty resistant to it so far.
One of the things that like really excites me the most about overlanding is like when we would travel in the van, you would go to places that people don't go. But in an overlanding vehicle, you go to places that people can't get to. So you have a vehicle that's like extremely capable off-road, it has everything in it that you need to live, and you go to crazy places where nobody else can get to. So you're like in these isolated, cool, awesome mountain areas where like not even a 4x4 van is going to be able to go, or you know, like most 4x4 vans are not going to be able to go. So that's what I'm excited for, is getting up to like some cool little mountain lakes on the top of a ridge and like just getting to some awesome places that are really beautiful and there's nobody else around and we can set up camp and just have a good time.
Trent wants to get stuck in the middle of nowhere.
We have some buddies that are going with us. They also have a 4Runner, so like, you know, tandem buddy system. Like we're gonna be okay, don't worry. I'm not gonna say anything that's gonna jinx us, but we're gonna be okay.
Look at that, just in time. Hasn't even started raining.
Couldn't ask for better timing. Better not start raining.
It's threatening.
Gotta put this thing away.
Yeah, that's true.
How you doing?
Fine, how you doing?
Good.
Doing all right.
Good morning.
Sheetrock nailing inspection, huh?
Yeah, we didn't use any nails though. I hope that's not a problem. You have a lot of inspections this morning?
Yeah, running everywhere. Got a problem. See that seam all the way across that ceiling?
Yeah.
They gotta be staggered. The reason for that is your house will deflect, that'll crack right along that seam.
Okay. So anywhere there's a 4-way intersection.
Yeah,
Okay.
go every other one.
Perfect.
Same way on the walls. You gotta stagger your seams.
Okay.
So if you come over and say like right here, and right here, just cut that. Take this little section out, put a piece in there.
Okay. Hopefully there's no more 4-way intersection. I think everywhere else we actually staggered them. I'm pretty sure we did everywhere else. This is the last room we did, so it probably looks the best.
Hopefully.
It's probably the easiest too.
Yeah, it was very, very easy. Probably did it in like 2 hours.
All right, here in the bathroom, you won't have to do that because you got this separation right here. What you do need to take those black screws out of here and put the gold screws in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The zinc ones?
Yeah, these will rust.
Okay. Oh, that's not too bad. Not too bad.
Yeah.
For our first rodeo.
Yeah.
Could be worse. So if I move this seam and I move
That one there.
this one and then I move that one, just those 3 patches will be good.
Yeah.
And then the zinc screws upstairs. Cool.
Okay, other than that, everything else looks good.
Cool.
Awesome. Guess we'll have a couple days of getting that fixed and then we'll schedule another inspection.
Okay,
Cool.
Thanks, Kent.
all right.
Appreciate
Any
it.
other questions you have?
Is that the next time you come back after this? a
I
shower
could
pan?
do that and the shower pan too at the same time, if you'd
Okay.
like.
All right, well, sounds good.
All right, very good.
Thank you.
All right.
Be careful.
You too, thanks. I mean, it's not the best news, but it's not the worst news. I think these are like easy to replace and it won't be super time consuming, in like a day probably. We could knock that out. And better to be safe than sorry.
Well, that really wasn't the day that we hoped for with the inspector. Cutting out, you know, and moving 3 pieces of sheetrock and changing out some screws, not a big deal at all. We'll be able to knock that out the next day that we start working on the house. But today, we spent most of the rest of the day actually getting the Forerunner ready for our excursion tomorrow. And I don't know if we've like led on or even told you guys much about what's going on, but tomorrow we're going on a pretty crazy adventure and it's gonna last quite a few days. You guys are coming with us and we're really excited. It is a little bit nerve-wracking to have to just kind of leave our house, especially over 4th of July with fire danger and fireworks and people trying to steal stuff, but at least we know that our place will be kept safe because of Simply Safe. And Simply Safe is the sponsor of today's video. Simply Safe has been the easiest security system I have ever used in my life. Setting it up was a breeze. You basically unpack all of the sensors, all of the devices communicate with the home base, which is plugged in.
Simply Safe on.
You have everything that you need.
Please exit now.
So we've been using Simply Safe for a really long time now and we absolutely love it. Literally, my favorite part is the camera inside the trailer. No matter where we are in the world, as long as we have an internet connection, I can look what's going on right here. And if the alarm is triggered, Simply Safe will actually contact the authorities, which is a huge plus. So if you want to check out Simply Safe for yourself, go to simplysafe.com/Trent and Allie to check out their award-winning home security system that keeps your house safe around the clock. Thanks again to Simply Safe for sponsoring today's video. We're gonna finish packing up, go to bed, and we'll see y'all in the morning. What's up, guys? It is extremely early. It's just before 5 a.m. right now. We're getting an early jump on things for this adventure, this excursion. We're doing some crazy stuff here. Allie and I are getting up. We're getting the dogs ready. I'm gonna feed the dogs really quick. We've got a couple more things to throw into the Forerunner. The Forerunner is packed, loaded, ready for adventure. Did I mention it's 5 a.m.? We haven't had coffee. We haven't had food. We barely just threw our clothes on. I guess we're gonna load up into the Forerunner. We're hitting the road. How you feeling?
Why are we doing this again?
For adventure. We've got to teach little Ginger Snap what adventure is all about. We can't just sit here at our property and do nothing all the time.
I'll believe you at like 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Right now it's really hard.
Yeah. We have a pretty big drive ahead of us. We're heading into Colorado, deep into the Rockies, and we're going to be having a really fun excursion. We're going to be doing some overlanding in the Forerunner. Neither of us, nor the two people that we're going with, have ever been to this area, so we're heading off into the unknown in search of adventure. Allie and I are obviously no stranger to adventure, and we're no stranger to getting up super early in the morning to try and search out adventure. When we were in Central and South America, there was times we got up at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning just to get up to the top of a mountain. So today is no different, except for we don't have to get up at 2 or 3 in the morning. We just had to get up at 5 in the morning. And now we're actually heading down to a gas station to meet up with our friends John and Whitney, who also have a Forerunner just like ours. And we're gonna head off into the mountains. And today, tomorrow, and the next 2 days after that, we're gonna have a blast. I love living where we do. What's up? How you doing? Oh man, we are all so pumped and so excited. We got 4 people, we got 4 dogs, we got 2 4Runners, we're going camping, we're going overlanding. I'm really excited. All right, buckle your seatbelts, put your glasses on, get her in gear, and we're hitting the road. Anybody there? You sound like a professional radio announcer. I wasn't even sure if that was you.
Oh, good. That's what I was going for. Good morning, Vietnam.
I'm not sure, but this could be the border coming up.
Yeah, I think it is.
Do we need to do anything for YouTube, or do we just drive through it?
We're gonna film it as we go by.
Hashtag perf. Welcome to colorful Colorado.
Welcome to Colorado.
Boom! We've made it. I haven't been to Colorado in a while, besides the Denver airport. Flying through.
Did your car just say welcome to Colorado?
So we haven't really explained where we're going yet. We're going to Colorado, and there's some really cool like 4x4 off-road trails that requires very capable cars and intense stuff. We think
Could be dirt roads.
which is why we're taking the 4Runner and not the van, is because our friends John and Whitney have been doing a lot of fun exploring in their 4Runner on these like really intense trails. And Trent used to love rock crawling in the desert in Moab in a Jeep that he had built out when he was like, what, 19 or 20 years old?
Yep.
And so now he's reincarnating those feelings of nostalgia of being a 20-year-old with no care in the world and taking his entire family in a 4Runner, not a Jeep, to what we think are some gnarly trails, but we're honestly not really sure.
Let's find a trail, and hopefully it's difficult, and we're gonna make it to the top, and it's gonna be exciting, and we got our buddies with us, and now we got the dogs and a baby on board, and it's just, it's exciting.
It's the older person version of doing what Trent did when he was 20 years old.
So we stopped in here at Hans Peak Village Cafe, and we are grabbing a nice little bite to eat. I got a Philly cheesesteak, and I got Allie a grilled chicken and cheese sandwich. We grabbed a couple drinks. We're gonna come out here. It looks like the rain has actually stopped. It took a little while for them to actually make these sandwiches, so we had to sit in there at the bar for a little bit. But now we are equipped with food, and maybe we'll just actually sit outside and have a nice... Okay, so the thunder hasn't stopped, but the rain has stopped. Let's see if Allie likes this sandwich or not.
Smells good.
Does it?
Which one is what?
I don't know, not that one.
Cheesesteak?
That
That's
one's
got
for
Trent
me.
written all over it.
Also, I really like your hat.
It's brand new, I forgot any form of hat or sun protection on this trip. Chicken Swiss with wheat. Sweet potato fries.
Oh wow, that looks really good.
Bing.
They like fry it up, huh?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, it stopped raining, it's still thundering, the sun is trying so hard to come out. We've all eaten and gone to the bathroom and loaded up. I think we're about to leave civilization and go out on an adventure. Whatever happens, happens. We're gonna have a good time. Adventure starts now. Whoa, oh my gosh, this is the road.
Off we
we go into this beautiful meadow full of trees and flowers.
It's the sound of music.
Oh my gosh! Look at that mountain! Holy cow!
Wow.
It's crazy looking.
That's Hans Peak.
That is Hans Peak. You can hike up to the top and go to that little shack.
This is it, moment of truth. How much can Cleo handle? How much can John handle?
She can handle more than I can handle, that's for sure.
Every single second of this entire journey is brand new to me. So, yeah.
Yeah, cars aren't supposed to do this. When I was doing this type of four-wheeling, there wasn't all these electronic gadgets, and I mean, e-lockers were around, they were like a little bit newer, but like my truck, instead of having this crawl mode, which is basically like cruise control in four-wheel drive, you just set it how slow or how fast you want to go, and the car drives itself, all you got to do is steer. It's super awesome, but back when I was doing this, you would get a shifter off of a bicycle, and you would connect the cable from that shifter to your throttle, and then you would like shift it to like first, second, third, or fourth gear, and that would open the throttle certain amounts, and that would basically act like your brick on the gas pedal, so that all you had to do is steer. Things have come a long way. Well, what do you guys think?
We have a great guide, otherwise we wouldn't have been able to make it. But that was pretty fun. I can't believe that.
You're like a little, I don't know. We're used to living on a dirt road, so
Yeah,
we're used to just being like completely covered in mud.
All right, we're gonna stop, take a breather, a little stretch break, figure out the route from here, and let the dogs play a little bit. No trespassing. Violators will be shot.
And there's a police badge on there, so we better not go that way.
Huh. This also says no trespassing.
Oh, really?
I'm confused. What's the right way then?
I don't know. Well, come to a fork in the road.
Well, if we can't go that way and we can't go this way,
This is the road, it says.
we have to go this way. A bit confusing, but that's just kind of the name of the game when you don't exactly know where you're going. Part of the adventure, we're turning around and we're gonna go back to kind of where we just took our little stretch break and go up the trail to Hans Peak. A little nerve-wracking because that seemed to be a steeper route, but maybe that's a more public access trail, and I think this is more of a private drive. What is that noise? The brakes.
Crawl mode. That's the crawl mode slowing itself going down. It's really annoying.
Okay. The only thing I'm concerned about now is it's raining, it's wet and slick, and we're going downhill. So
Put your seatbelts on.
put your seatbelts on.
Did we mention it's raining?
Oh, there's a beautiful rainbow right there.
Oh.
Put your window down. Oh, look
Hi,
at
rainbow.
that. Oh. Is this
Well,
the
I think we
place?
found the place to set up camp. Absolutely gorgeous. It's like this nice, beautiful meadow. The only problem is that it just rained for like the past 4 hours, so it's a little muddy under the grass. So we found a place with lots of grass, and hopefully that cuts down on the mud and the dogs aren't an absolute disaster.
I feel like it's time to set up dinner.
I'm gonna set up camp. You set up dinner.
Okay. Okay, I don't think we've done a proper intro. This is our good friend Whitney.
Hi.
And we have our good friend John, the sommelier on deck as well. What is it called when it's whiskey and vodka? And the spirits person.
bartender.
The bartender. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what those mixologists are.
A mixologist. I don't know.
This is Bushmills Irish whiskey.
Ah.
The only whiskey anyone needs to drink.
Straight from the bottle. And what are we having for dinner?
We are having steak fajitas,
Okay.
and that's it.
Awesome. That's perfect.
Yes!
With
You
veggies.
guys aren't out of tortillas.
No, we bought like 20.
We stopped at the cafe, and I think Whitney tried to order a wrap or a fajita or tacos. Quesadilla, that's what it was. The lady was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, but we're actually out of tortillas." So now we keep making jokes about being out of tortillas.
I think our campsite is looking spot on. These guys crushed it. The dogs are slowly acclimating to the environment. I'm gonna start helping out with dinner, and we are gonna get this night started. Look at you two cooking together.
We can actually be in the kitchen together and not kill each other. Which is a real skill.
It really is.
Okay, will you open that fajita seasoning?
Here you go. First
Oh
up.
my gosh. I'm about to devour these things.
It's so good. The dogs want it.
Oh, well, I just got back from using the new bathroom that we've got, and it wasn't that bad. It's, you know, kind of like I remember camping bathrooms used to be. Not the greatest, but not the worst. Oh, it's just off in the distance, like this faint orange glow. It's just lighting up the whole mountain with its nice sunset tones.
How beautiful. What a day.
This is like exactly what I pictured, by getting out here where nobody is, on some off-beaten trail that's just a beautiful meadow where we can hang out.
It's pretty nice.
We really checked it off the list today.
It honestly almost makes up for the fact that we failed our inspection yesterday.
Yeah, I guess so.
We'll have to deal with that when we go back home, but save that for another day.
Well, I think this is probably going to do it for us today on this video. We're going to catch you guys in the next video, and we're going to be doing some more crazy experiencing of this beautiful landscape. So we hope you guys will join us for that. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you show us by giving us a big thumbs up on today's video. Consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already.
Thanks again to Simply Safe for sponsoring today's video. Click the link in our description to check them out.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Adios.